Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Alison, and in this video we're going to break down two actual products, one being natural and one being not so natural, and you'll see why I say it like that. So before I move on, I'm just going to say, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment and hit that notification so you know when the next video is coming out. And also, if you look below in the description, you're going to find 3 guides. One is called Eczema More Than Skin Deep, Dry Skin More Than Skin Deep and Adult Acne More Than Skin Deep. They are free. Download them and enjoy them and actually learn from them as well. Let's get started. Now, you will have seen in more than one of my videos that I actually speak a lot about the fact that eczema can be caused by skincare. So it's really important that you kind of understand what it is when you're looking at the label. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to pick something up off a shelf or order something believing it to be 100% natural or 100% good for your skin, when in fact there could be some hidden nasties in there. Now, I'm not going to show you the particular brand because it's unfair. Okay, so I'm going to hide this. But this one here is called a dry oil body spray, okay? And it's a well-known brand. It smells nice, so first of all, the fragrance is going to get you if you try this outside in a shop. But also the fact that I say it's a dry oil, straight away it gives you the perception that it goes on quite quickly, which it does, and it's going to dry into your skin quite quickly, but it has a reason for that. And also that because it's an oil, you straight away assume that there's no other nasties like preservatives and water in there. But however, time will tell. So we've got the paperwork here, I've done my research. Now, I'm going to go through some of the ingredients that are on here, so I apologize for not looking at the camera. So you've got something called isopropyl palmitate, alcohol denat, aqua parfum, BHT, Simonsia, chinensis, which is actually natural, chinensis seed oil, which is jojoba oil, tocopherol acetate, which is a form of vitamin E. Now you've got something called hydroxycitronellol, coumarin, linalool, citronellol and limonene. And those pretty much are the actual natural ingredients that make up essential oils. Now I'm going to start by the first one, isopropyl palmitate. Now this is a texture enhancer and an emollient. It can be synthetic and it can be derived from either plant or animal sources. You're not going to know where that's come from, so it could be animal for all you know. However, the first thing I'm going to mention is no good for eczema sufferers. Really important. This is because it's partly derived from alcohol. Now, if that's the case and you spray this on your skin, that means you're going to, over time, dry your skin out. Now, as you know, when it comes to eczema, the idea is to keep the skin moisturized. Also, upon researching that particular ingredient or chemical, isopropyl palmitate, it also says it's comedogenic. That means it can block the pores. So if you're someone who gets acne, for example, and you spray that on your skin, you're more prone to inflame your acne or actually bring it on in the first place. The thickness of the chemicals in this can deprive the skin of nutrients such as oxygen, and if the skin can't breathe, the pores become blocked. That's exactly what it says when I did the research. Alcohol denat doesn't help the skin at all. It helps the product to spread easily, so the actual ingredient isn't in there to help your skin whatsoever, it's to help the product itself. It also acts as a preservative. Now, because the word alcohol is obviously dead giveaway, because it is an alcohol, it can be quite drying and it can cause sensitivities. And again, not good for acne or eczema sufferers or for those with dry skin. So people with acne actually think that they need to dry their skin out. You want to do the opposite. You want to be adding oils so the actual face itself or the body doesn't overproduce its own oils. Okay? And obviously people with eczema like myself or you guys, you want to be making sure you have products that have moisturizing abilities in there. So the third ingredient is aqua, which is water. Now, pretty much most products that have water in there use it either as a solvent to dissolve other ingredients or just as a bulking agent. So it says here from the research, water is mainly used as a solvent to dissolve other ingredients or to create an emulsion. An emulsion is what gives lotions or creams their creamy consistency when mixed with oils or other ingredients. There is little benefit of water in skincare products. Now, it did say that, however, I'm going to contradict that in a moment. So, I've mentioned already that water can be used as a cheap filler, and it's used overly by some companies, but there are instances where water is needed, so I'll get onto that in a moment. So for those with eczema and dry skin, the less water the better, which is why eczema sufferers should keep away from lotions, because lotions have a higher water content than any other actual product, for example, creams or butters. So if you do have eczema or dry skin, you want to lean more towards body butters, which have no water or very, very little, or creams, which have only a smaller amount compared to lotions. And it actually says here, in fact, the more water there is in a product, the more preservative that we'll need to use to give the product a longer shelf life, which will help prevent the growth of bacteria, mold, and yeast. So any product that has water in it needs to have a preservative in it. If it doesn't have a preservative in there, the product won't last very long, and it could actually make you ill by putting products on your skin that can cause infections and illnesses. And I know in some instances, in other countries, it's actually caused death because people have actually given themselves serious poisons. Eczema-prone, dry and dehydrated skin needs to retain its moisture, but the water in skincare products can strip away moisture as it evaporates. So this is why oils are better. The oils provide a barrier or a film which helps to lock in moisture, particularly after a bath or a shower. So it prevents the moisture from escaping once you moisturize yourself with an oil or a butter. Okay, so this is the case where I said that the actual water is needed in skincare. So there are sometimes cases where water is needed in skincare. Some ingredients prefer or need to be suspended in water to ensure delivery to the skin. For example, a plant, fruit or flower extract, for example, tea tree or lavender essential oils, or floral water. So floral water or a toner, it needs to be a water, doesn't it? Water can also be used to dilute ingredients when formulating. So I know this from my own experience. If I'm making a homemade product and the actual essential oil itself is too potent, you should never use specific essential oils directly on the skin. So I'll give one example. Bergamot essential oil can cause photosensitivity in your skin if you apply it directly. So in other words, if you splash some bergamot essential oil into your skin when out on a sunny day, instead of taking maybe a couple of hours for your skin to absorb the rays from the sun and possibly get sunburn, it could take probably an hour or less. And I've actually seen photos of somebody with severe sunburn on their skin because the bergamot oil, essential oil, made their skin highly photosensitive. That then leads us onto the next ingredient in this particular product, which was parfum. Another name for parfum is perfume or fragrance. Now, one thing I know anyway, because as a product, a natural and organic skincare formulator myself, is that parfum, fragrance or perfume never means just one ingredient. It means synthetic/artificial combination of many, many ingredients, and the actual manufacturer hasn't got to list those ingredients on their ingredients label. So I'm going to read what it says here. This is a chemically manufactured scent, sometimes, but not always, combined with natural essential oils and extracts. Chemical perfume has no functional purpose to it. Its sole purpose is to make a product smell nice. It can cause allergic reaction, irritation, itching, burning, swelling, atopic dermatitis, which is eczema. Synthetic parfum is made up of a combination of chemicals. The majority of artificial compounds are from a family of chemicals called petrochemicals, which derive from petroleum and natural gases. Does it sound sexy or not? It might make you smell nice, but ultimately you're going to pay the price if you have eczema or sensitive skin. And as I said before, manufacturers don't legally have to list these. However, many of the chemicals that are used are known endocrine disruptors. And by endocrine, we mean hormonal disruptors, which is why some people break out in acne when they put this parfum, fragrance or perfume on their skin. It's carcinogenic, some of them are, and they can cause allergic reactions, birth defects, and also respiratory irritants. The only reason they don't often cause this in people is because of the small amounts they use. But can you imagine if you increase the percentage of the products you're using, you could have all these horrible, nasty things happening to your skin up close and in person. But as it happens, because it's small percentages, it's happening over time instead. So it says perfume or fragrance in all of your skin and hair care products that aren't labeled fragrance free. Okay. Also in all your household products, air fresheners, laundry care, it's pretty much everywhere. You do have the choice to switch to using no fragrance at all, or you can limit the amount of natural fragrance which derives from essential oils if you have sensitive skin. And what you do find is when you do have essential oils in a product, it will normally tell you, because people like to rave about using essential oils because they are 100% natural. However, you will find essential oils tend to be used more so by smaller companies like myself rather than fragrances. So there you go. Now this next ingredient was a shocker. I did not expect to see the information on this that I saw, because the reason I have this particular spray bottle is my daughter's been using it. She did tell me later on that she had reacted to it, but she carried on using it, teenager. She said that she'd be getting a rash on her legs, but she liked the smell. So the next ingredient was BHT, which stands for butylated hydroxytoluene. It's a preservative and an antioxidant that is used in skincare and cosmetic formulations to stabilize a formulation and prevent oxidation. It has been banned in the use of European, Australian and New Zealand cosmetics, as the EU, for example, determined that BHT is linked to cancer. It's carcinogenic. It's also linked to developmental toxicity, endocrine, which is a hormonal disruption, organ system toxicity, reproductive toxicity. Pregnant women and babies are considered most vulnerable. Now, for eczema sufferers, that makes sense, doesn't it? Keep the heck away from this stuff. Now, the reason this is actually used in the product is because it's not from any of those countries, it's American. But also, I did find that the amount of BHT in skincare when purchased in products from the US shouldn't be more than 0.01 to 0.1%. However, personally, myself, my daughter, my family won't be using any product that we find with letters BHT in. Now, I was pleasantly surprised by the next ingredient, which is Simonsia chinensis seed oil, which is jojoba seed oil. It's natural, 100% natural. It's the liquid wax from the seed of the plant, the jojoba plant. It absorbs quickly into the skin and is biocompatible with our own skin, jojoba is. It's rich in vitamin E, iodine, zinc and antioxidants. And although it is a moisturiser, it also works like a humectant, which means it attracts water. Although it is safe for most people, it can cause a rash or allergic reaction for some. It is, however, effective in treating eczema for those who don't react to it, so it's a thumbs up. And it doesn't need to be diluted and can be used on the body, face and in the hair. However, when I do use jojoba oil, I tend to blend that with other oils. It has antibacterial and immune boosting properties, and the iodine in jojoba helps to protect skin from bacteria. Are you impressed so far? So the next ingredient in this, we were almost getting to the end, is tocopherol acetate. Now, it's a form of vitamin E. However, when you use vitamin E directly on the skin, it can sometimes cause a skin reaction if you're sensitive to it. So I tend to blend vitamin E with other products again. For those who are okay with vitamin E, when used, it provides moisture to the skin, forms a protective barrier to prevent moisture loss and promotes healing. So there you go. Now these next ones, they do sound scary, but believe it or not, these actually occur naturally in essential oils. So the first one you've got is hydroxycitronellol. You have coumarin, linalool, citronellol, and limonene. So I'm going to say those again. Hydroxycitronellol, coumarin, linalool, citronellol, and limonene. And again, they sound scary, but they naturally occur in certain essential oils, not all. Tends to the kind of essential oils like citronella, orange, lemon, and tea tree. Now, what's amazing is because they are naturally derived, they have to be listed in the ingredients label. However, the fragrance, which is the scary stuff, doesn't have to be. Work that one out. So I've just covered every single ingredient that was in that particular spray. As you can see, it was a mixture of natural stuff in there, which was the jojoba seed oil and also the essential oils. However, the majority of that was water and synthetic chemical ingredients that were going to cause irritation to your skin. So first of all, keep away from dry skin oils, because obviously you want to moisturize your skin if you have eczema, but also keep away from synthetic and keep away from fragrance. That moves us on to my own Tigs body butter. And I'm first of all going to say is the reason I created Tigs body butter was because of my son's eczema. I wanted specifically to have ingredients in there that were going to help to nourish, moisturize and feed his skin when his eczema was at its worst, but also when he just had dry skin and wanted to keep him nourished. Now, even though it is my own brand, my own ingredients labels and everything that I've done is by me, I do still have the list here, but I don't want to miss anything out. So main ingredients, or the first ingredient is organic avocado oil, which is per se gratissima, organic coconut oil, Cocoas mustifera, organic cocoa butter, Theobroma cocoa seed butter. You have organic shea butter, or Butyrospharinum parkii, carnauba wax, Copernica prunifera, and organic extra virgin olive oil, or Olea europaea fruit oil. And you've got vitamin E oil, which is tocopherol. And then lastly, you have a choice of having the naked, which has no essential oils in there, or you can have a smell like vanilla and orange, which has some essential oils, which again have their own benefits. Now, just to rattle a few things off here, all the ingredients I put in my product are edible except for the vitamin E. I don't know why you'd actually want to eat a body butter. So also the reasons I use a lot of these ingredients, because they are nourishing, they have lots of vitamins in there, they have softening properties, anti-inflammatory properties, they're good for chapped skin, they're good for dry skin, they're good for flaky skin. Use it on your hair, your face, your body. And like I said, because they are all organic, they're also all edible. It improves the skin's elasticity, helps the skin to regenerate, it conditions the skin, it keeps the skin looking younger. It also has a small amount of an SPF in there, not enough to consider that a sun cream. However, it's very, very good after sun cream or after sun body oil. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I've been using this one. This is an actual body butter. However, as soon as you rub it into your hand, it turns into an oil, which is what I love about this. It smells absolutely gorgeous. The reason I said I use this is specifically because I had to find a product for my son which ticks many boxes. Now, what I found was the different butters and oils absorb into the skin at different times. So at any point during the day, you can still feel like your skin is moisturized. I'm not going to float my own boat, sing my own praise, but I made a damn good body oil and I absolutely love it. And since making that particular body butter, I don't use anything else on my body. My son also uses it on his face, and I actually use it on my hair and scalp as well. Now, organic avocado oil also includes vitamins A, D, E, lecithin, and also fatty acids, which, as you know from previous videos, your body needs fatty acids to keep your skin lubricated and keep it moisturized and keep those wrinkles at bay. The actual avocado oil has skin regeneration properties, and it also protects it from the aging effects of the sun. Now, I'm not going to keep going on about it, but it's just to say, when you compare any natural product, and not just Tigs and Moo, to something that's got lots of chemicals in there which are specific to make it smell nice and look appealing, just look at the label, do a little bit of research and see what it is that the actual product is giving to you. What is it doing for your skin? If it has the word alcohol on there, just double check, because there are certain alcohols that are okay. For example, you might have cetyl alcohol, which naturally comes from, say, coconut oil. It doesn't necessarily dry the skin out, but some people again might react to it. So just be aware that when you're making a purchase, don't be hypnotized or taken for a ride by the smart selling manufacturing or marketing, because I myself have been seduced on many an occasion, taken something home and realized I simply can't use it. So I've gone on and hopefully educated you a little bit on looking out for specific ingredients. All that leaves me to say is to remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification so you know when the next video is coming out, and look below in the description to find the Eczema More Than Skin Deep dry skin more than skin deep and the adult acne more than skin deep, guys. See you on the next video. Bye for now.